Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. On today's episode, we speak to a man named Sandy from Florida. Sandy met his online lover while playing the app Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is an augmented reality mobile game released by Nintendo in 2016. Players download the app on their phones and go on adventures to catch Pokemon and fight against other players. Sandy will open up about how he was duped out of gift cards by a woman that he thought was his online girlfriend. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
Hey, my name is Sandy Theodore Mendez III. I'm 36 years of age, no kids, live with my grandmother. And I work for Goodwill Industries as customer service and also a musician. I'm part of a Pokemon Go community. As you know, people play Pokemon Go. Miami has a Pokemon Go community because of the virus. People let us know when it comes to gym battles where this Pokemon is located and they need some friends to assist them in taking this gym boss, this Pokemon, whether it's a legendary or like a level 3 or a level 2 Pokemon. In order for that person or us to catch that Pokemon. My first girlfriend was in elementary school. She broke up with me, and then I had like other girlfriends through middle school and high school. They broke up with me. I had a girlfriend for 4 years. We broke up, so I never seen anybody since. We started talking, and I saw that she was this attractive woman. We started talking, got to know each other. She showed me a picture of her, and I showed her a picture of myself in Wendy's. While chatting, we got to know each other. Her father was wealthy. She come from like a wealthy household. She had a business. Something with her, like creating her own beauty products, like she want to fall into like her dad's footsteps of being this somewhat of a businessman. She's single. She had a jerk of an ex-husband. She had a miscarriage. I mean, she was gorgeous. I mean, I was kind of like intimidated, but it felt like she chose me. So like I went for it. I don't really care about beauty that much. I really don't. I got over it. I just let it go, but it was more like she chose me. I didn't chose her. I didn't care what she looked like, even though she was drop dead gorgeous. She chose me. That's how I saw it. It lasted a year and almost 10, 11 months. It was, I need this because I was trying to buy this latest iPhone, and I was trying to ask my brother, but my brother couldn't give it to me. So I have this much. Can you meet me halfway? It always been like that. So it was through gift cards, and that's that, nothing else. I sent maybe 3 or 4 gift cards. So she had some money that showed me the whole 4. So I was like, sure, whatever. So it was from like Voyager, Santander. It was from like all these other websites. So I told that I can't do it because I have Social Security. And I told her that, if they detect it, then I'll lose my benefits. She promised me my 36th birthday, a gift, like $20K, some pair of shoes, and my grandmother some too, because she always asks, how's my grandmother doing? Like I said, this like the last gift card came in. The last gift card, she had this certain amount, but she want me to meet her halfway. So I gave her like another 150. As I done that, I got like a WhatsApp from like some kind of import exporting company. They said they had my package, have the person's name. They needed like my phone number and my email address. I sent them that. So they sent me to this website. So it says that it was in England. That's where she claims she's from, the United Kingdom. And then from the United Kingdom, it said it went to Istanbul, Turkey. Then from Istanbul, Turkey, it was in Atlanta. So as soon as I got a call from the import-export business, it says that they needed $2,750. The company needed $2,750. So I'm like, something's not right. So long story short, I called the airport in Atlanta, and one of the ladies told me it was a scam. So I asked the lady, like, I had a feeling that this was a scam. Why do you think this is a scam? She said because they get those calls all the time with the same scenario over and over again. And I found out that the scammer was using a photo of a named Kendra Luss. I went to Kendra's email address. I told her about the situation. Then I started blasting her social media left to right, including her Twitter. So when I told her about it on her Twitter, she said, thanks. So I said to myself, like, thanks? Are you kidding me? You're not going to ask any questions, da da da. So I'm like, you know what? I just say, you're welcome, this and that, da da da. And I left alone from there. The scammer's still talking to me. I just ignore the scammer. I ignore it completely. So it's really me. So I'm like, no, that's not you. So every picture that the scammer sent about Kendra, I showed on Instagram. And I remember like all the pictures. And here it is from, Kendra wearing a fedora. I just wish I could, if you could help me apologize to Kendra because I kept, blasting her social media left and right. To me, it felt like she didn't believe me. So I'm like, does Kendra believe me or not? So I kept showing her proof of, what this person was was telling me. So I kept, showing her a lot of evidence on her Instagram. She has a YouTube page. So, I looked for interviews and, I got to know her backstory through her interviews. And like her story is like different from like every other, very different, extremely different. I reached out to Social Catfish because number one, I want to apologize to, the actual person who blasted her social media. And two, I have some other information that I sent to Lenny. And I was wondering if she could, you know, maybe put the person in jail because that person that's behind the import transaction business. I found out that's actually an African American woman who's pulling the strings behind the scams the whole time. So I believe that she's the ringmaster behind it.
After we received this video message from Sandy, our social catfish team got straight to work. We looked into the website that was used by the scammer to try to dupe Sandy out of more money. Sandy did a lot of his own research. He ran a reverse image search and found out that the pictures of the woman that he thought was his online girlfriend were really of adult film actress Kendra Lust. If you're looking to find the identity of your online lover, you can start with the tools on our site, socialcatfish.com. You can click this YouTube card or click the link in our bio. Just hitting like, comment, and subscribe helps us build more tools out for you to use in the future.
Hi, Sandy. I'm Brienne. I'm one of the search specialists here at Social Catfish.
How you doing?
Good. So I've been actively working in your case with Drew.
Hey.
Yeah. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'll let Drew hit it off.
Okay, so we looked into a few things for you, Sandy. The first thing was the website. We found that website was literally cloned throughout the whole internet. That same template that was on the carrier service website was also shared by many other websites. And this template is essentially just some template that you can just buy and then attach it to your website, and then boom, you have a nice clean website, right? So we found other websites that were using that same template. One was Legacy Logistics, Volex Line Express, Atlantic Container Line, and Transaero. All of these sites look a little janky, right? And they kind of show a lot of red flags, just like the site that was used to try to scam you, Sandy. When we looked into the whois history of the website, it showed that the website was only 80 days old. So it was actually only maybe created 3 months ago. We dug in deeper and we started to kind of point out the red flags. I'm sure you kind of saw a few, right, Sandy?
Yeah, I kind of saw a few because it showed like Facebook and like all these like Instagram, and when I click on them, like that's a fake website. That's fake.
100%. And there's fake websites that are created every single day to try to scam people like yourself, Sandy, unfortunately. But when we looked into this website and saw all the pictures that were all over it, we saw a few that stuck out to us. The people that were employed by this company. We ran a reverse image search on our site, socialcatfish.com. We found that the manager of this website was actually just a stock image. And basically, a stock image is something that someone can download for free or buy from a website. And we found the exact website that this picture of this guy was taken from.
Okay.
We always encourage people to not send or receive any money in any form to anyone that they haven't met face to face online. You know, which leads us into your interaction with Kendra, because you had done some research. You had found out that Shauna is really Kendra.
Right.
So when you found out that Shauna was a fake and that Kendra was the real person in the photos, what was that like?
I couldn't believe it. So when I saw it, at first, I thought Kendra Lust was a pro wrestler. I blocked her. You know, I blocked Shauna completely. But for some reason, she found out to get in contact with me. So we kept arguing back and forth about the situation. She's still saying, that's really me. You know, guys think I'm Kendra, but I'm really not. That's actually me. So that's when she showed one of the pictures of her, promoting a fight, because Kendra is not also into WWF or WWE or what have you, but she's into the UFC. She's a big Conor McGregor fan. She's a larger than life Conor McGregor fan. Yeah, she loved her some Conor.
So did you know who Kendra Lust was before you saw the photos, or did you have to do your research on her?
I haven't watched porn in years.
Mm-hmm.
And the scammer who Kendra was, I didn't. So when I found out who Kendra was, I couldn't believe it. I saw her, with Ric Flair. She's a big fan of Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I saw her, I think, with a female, and I think she's UFC fighter.
Gotcha.
That's what she was telling me.
I think, Sandy, one of the concerns that you had was what could be done for the person that was creating the fake profile. So what we do here is we verify public data and we try to spread awareness on romance scams. Unfortunately, though, we're not the FBI, so we just don't have the ability to put someone in prison or go after anybody.
What we would like for you to do is first report the scam, okay? So you can report it to your local authorities, you can report it to the FBI, you can report it to the FTC. All these things are gonna create a paper trail for this person, right? So if you don't report it, and if other people aren't reporting it, it just kind of gets brushed under the rug. Does that make sense?
I understand completely. I hope I get to apologize to her.
Well, you know what, Sandy? We'd like to open the floor to you right now. And if Kendra does watch this video in the future, what would you like to communicate to her?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to tell her, I'm sorry, and she's gorgeous. I know that she's, the one of the gorgeous myths of all time, and I just found out that she won an award at the AVN, and I'm proud of that. I just want to apologize for going overboard, on her email address and her Twitter and her Instagram, because all the evidence that I showed you guys, I showed her as well, and I went overboard. I went completely overboard because it felt like she didn't believe me. That's what felt when she said thanks on her Twitter. It felt like she didn't believe me, so I just went crazy on her Instagram. Plus, I left her my email address and my phone number. So I hope, maybe one day, she calls me and hear me out. I'm not against in general. Like I told Drew, I find to be a creepy business.
Thank you so much, Sandy. We really appreciate you, and I wish you well in the future, and thank you again.
Or if you want me to, to get on the computer, to apologize to Kendra, let me know. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
I want to apologize to her so bad. So bad. I want to so bad. I want to explain to her how I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
I do. All right.
All right. Thank you, Sandy.
All right. Let me head home before my grandma's calling me. So
Okay.
let me see what she wants.
Okay, see
All
you,
right.
Sandy.
See ya.
All right. Love y'all guys. Love y'all.
All right.
All right, bro.
Bye.
See ya. After Sandy found out the truth about Kendra Lust being the actual woman in the photos, it drove him to the point where he wanted a relationship with her. He sent her multiple messages through many different platforms to let her know that he had been scammed. If you've been a victim of a romance scam, here's something you must understand. The person in the stolen images are victims too. They probably already know that they're fake profiles with their photograph attached. Also, for this reason, we encourage people not to reach out to the real person in the image. Odds are they already been approached by others, and they usually prefer privacy and to remain out of this type of situation entirely. This is not meant to be rude. They just have no clue who you are. They are completely different from the personality that you've gotten to know from the image.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below, please email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We'll get to the bottom of it with help from our Social Catfish team. By sharing your story with our YouTube audience, we can educate, spread awareness, and maybe someday we can put an end to these scams.